Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. Okay, it's the end of July, and in Houston, Texas, it's downright hot. So we kind of up and fled. We're in England right now, and it is beautiful and cold, the sweater, and rainy. So this to me is the exact kind of weather where you get something good to drink, like an ice cold Coke Zero, and you curl up with a good book and you enjoy the cold, rainy day. Which brings me to my video thought for the day. I thought this week I might talk about a book each day that's made a difference in my life and I think would make a difference in your life. And so the book that I was reading this morning is a book written by a friend of mine, Jarrett Stevens, entitled The Always God. This is a tremendous book. It's tremendous theologically, but it's also tremendous practically. I think that Jarrett has done something that is truly gifted. It reminds me actually of the Apostle Paul in that it's practical theology. He talks about God, but he does it in a very practical way that makes a difference to you and me. So the Always God is divided up into three sections. God is always here. God is always working. And God is always faithful. The God is always here section includes different aspects of God's presence in our lives. And so he'll talk about how God's always seeing. There's nothing that escapes God's vision. There's nothing that's going to happen to you that God doesn't see. Now, in the midst of talking about this, Jarrett does a great job of explaining that we are humans. And as humans, we think in human words. And so we have to use those human words to speak of God because they're the words we know. So we talk about God seeing, even though it's not visual seeing the way ours is, but it's the idea that nothing happens that escapes his attention. And that's why he's not only all seeing, but he's always hearing. And he's always speaking. Now you just take that first section of this book and think about it for a moment. If God is always seeing, if there's not a thing that's going to happen to you today that he doesn't see, if he's always hearing, there's nothing that you can say or that can be said to you that he doesn't hear. And if this God who's always seeing and always hearing is also always speaking, then he's got something to say to you and something to say to me about the things he sees and about the things he hears, which is everything. That's an amazing God. And that's a God who's always there. Now, that's just the first section of the book. The next section of the book talks about how God's always working. And it's really phenomenal because he's pursuing the lost. He's restoring the broken. He's comforting or calming the people who are worried. He's encouraging those who are fearful. He's comforting those who are lonely. He's helping the angry and he's forgiving the guilty. God's always working in your life and in my life and in the lives of those people around us. And this always God who's always here, who's always working, is also always faithful. So we can trust in God and we can hope in God because God will never let us down. Now, it may not be a rainy day where you are, but it's always a good day to read a book. And if you've not read The Always God, I urge you to do so. It's a marvelous, marvelous read that gives great encouragement while teaching us about the always God. All right, another book idea tomorrow, but this is your video thought for today.